Good morning, Houston. Good evening, India. Here we are again. Today is the last session. We'll be talking about chakras. We'll be just revising whatever we have done. 2 Fridays back, we spoke about the chakras and the connections, just the basic what we have been learning so far. Today, again, we will be talking on the chakra session only, what we have learned. So, we'll be talking about that. And then whenever you want to get connected, you want to learn more, you can always get in touch. You can start a group, and we can do the session just like how we did once a week, 1 hour per week we can do. You can learn it. It's not that I've gone away. Will be very much there. If you want other people, if you have benefited, you can ask and advise others to follow and to take the and learn more on this. So that's it. So last Friday we spoke about the chakras, their colors, the elements that they control in the body, their location, their number of petals, their the endocrine gland, the gland that they take care, the sense organ that they take care, the work organ that they take care. And today we will be talking about the beach mantra through which they get stimulated. So we spoke about all these things. Today we'll talk about the petals and the number of petals and the petal mantras, which we have already done this session. So let's talk about that. So as I told you that Muladhara chakra has 4 petals. 4 petal means 4 nadis intersecting with Sushumna nadi to create that chakra, the Muladhara chakra. 4 nadis, 4 petals or 4 nadis, and each nadi is enriched with a mantra. So in Sanskrit alphabet, we have 50 alphabets, and those alphabets have been decorated on these petals. So if you count the petals, Muladhar has 4, Swadhishan has 6, which makes it 10. Then Manipur has 10, which makes it 20 if you count all of them. Then Anahat has 12, which becomes 32. Then Vishuddhi Chakra has 16, which becomes 48. And Agya Chakra has 2, which becomes 50. So Sanskrit has 50 alphabets. You can see all these alphabet, and all these alphabet in a proper manner, in a proper order, they are decorated, they are placed on these petals. So the petal mantras of Muladhara chakra is Vang, Shang, Shang, and Sang. That is Sharifa wala Sha, Shatkon wala Sha, and Sarak wala Sa. Wang, Shang, Shang, Sang. To to be in the advanced stage, what you have to do, you have to chant the petal mantras first, and then followed by the beach mantra. What happened, as I told you, that each and every chakra, they rotate. By default, their rotations are different. So for example, Muladhara chakra rotate by default, rotate in the negative manner, that is anti-clockwise manner. Swadhisthana rotate in the clockwise manner. Manipur again has a rotation by default in the anti-clockwise manner. Then Anahat and Vishuddhi rotate partially clockwise and partially anti-clockwise, like a pivot. Then your Agya chakra rotate in the clockwise manner, and your Sehasrara chakra again rotate in the anti-clockwise manner. So if you get to see, out of 7 chakras, 2 chakras are only has the positive rotation cycle. Rest all the chakras have negative or partially positive, partially negative cycle. So when you chant the petal mantras, what happened? You give a push in the cycle, in the positive cycle. And by chanting these petal mantras, followed by the beach mantra, you make them rotate in the proper manner. So we already spoke about, and each and every petal is enriched in some quality. So once you chant these petal mantras, those quality, unknowingly, you start increasing, you start imbibing these qualities in you unknowingly. And all of a sudden you realize that, okay, these qualities are very much, how come I have all of a sudden I've become enriched with these behavior pattern or with these quality. For example, Muladhara chakra has four petals, so you can look at four qualities that this chakra is enriched with. What are those four quality? Patience, then stability, then I'll say it in English, in Sanskrit. It is dhairyata, dhirita, nirbhayata, and one more is there. I'm just forgetting the English name to it. So it is patience, trust, stability, um, fearlessness. These are the four quality of Muladhara chakra. And then when we reach up, and obviously I spoke about the Beach mantra of Muladhara chakra, which is lung. Then once you move ahead above, you have Swadhisthana chakra. Swadhisthana chakra has 6 petals. And the beach petal mantras of Swadhisthana chakra are Wang, Rang, Yang, sorry, Lang, Bang, Bhang, Mang, Yang. These are the 6 petal mantras of this chakra. Let me check it. Bang, Bhang, Mang, Yang, Rang, Lang. Bang, Bhang, Mang, Yang, Rang, Lang. These are the 6 petal mantras of Swadhisthana chakra. The uh, the beach mantra of this Swadhisthana chakra is Vang. Okay, and similarly, when you move ahead above, you have Manipur chakra. Manipur chakra has 10 petals, and the beach mantra of those 10 petals are Dang Dhang Dhang, Dang Dhang Rang, Tang Thang Dang Dhang Nang Pang Fang. These make it 10. So these are the 10 petal mantras of Manipur chakra. Again, each and every petals give you some different quality. The main quality of Manipur chakra uh, is enthusiasm, is leadership quality, which comes along with all the other 9 minor or but important qualities. Then we move ahead to Anahat chakra. Anahat chakra has 12 petals, and the petal mantras are Kang Khang Gang Khang Rang, Chang Chang Jang Jang Yang Tang Tang. And again, the main quality of Anahat chakra is love, compassion, passion, devotion, and many more. Then you move ahead above to Vishuddhi chakra. Vishuddhi chakra has 16 petals, and the petal mantras of 16 petaled Vishuddhi chakra are Ank, Ank, Ink, Ink, Onk, Onk, Rink, 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 Ink, Ink, Onk, Ank, Ank, Ahang. These are the vowels in Hindi or Sanskrit alphabet, and they make it 16. And the main quality of Vishuddhi chakra is communication, the right kind of communication. That is, and the orator, the speakers, they are enriched with these qualities. Okay, and wisdom is another quality of this chakra. Then you move ahead above to Agya chakra. Agya chakra has 2 petals. Basically, over here, one more thing I would like to share, that Ida and Pingla, which we have already spoken about, are common in the lower 6 chakras, that is Muladhar, Swadhisthana, Manipur, Anahat, Vishuddhi, and Agya. The journey of Ida and Pingla ends at the Agya chakra, and Sushumna Nadi is the only Nadi which move above to the it carry forward his journey to the Sahasrara chakra. Sahasrara chakra has 1,000 petals. So we have many nerves here. They make the form of 1,000 petaled lotus. And when we chant all these petal mantras, what happened? The chakras that rotate in the negative manner, they also start rotating in the positive manner. And over here we have Sahasrara chakra. The lotus of that Sahasrara chakra also become positive. It start rotating in the positive manner, that is clockwise manner. We spoke about the Kundalini Shakti, which is a potential energy, and it resides in each and every human being, but it resides in that deeper place of Muladhara Chakra. Muladhara Chakra, the Kundalini Shakti reside in Muladhara Chakra and in the sleeping state. So whenever our tap, our heart tapasya, or the yoga and all, they become fulfilled, then only we can awaken this divine energy. Otherwise it remains in a sleeping state. It reside in a sleeping state throughout our life. It never gets up. Only when we are able to handle this potential energy, it awakens. And whenever it awakens, it has to pass above, it has to move upward through the Sushumna Nadi, and it passes and it enriches all the other chakras on its way and move here, and then it meets its lover, that is Shiva. It's called Shakti. Shakti meets its lover, its husband, and unite with the lover. In true sense, in that when that happens, we get enlightened. And we say that he became, or he or she became Buddha. So Buddha is a state which anyone and everyone can get it, but we have to work towards it. Maybe for many lives we have to work, or throughout our life when we work, whenever uh, it gets fulfilled, then only we can awaken it. And whenever our body is ready to behold this energy, then enters our guru, who holding our hand takes us forward on this journey. Whenever our body is ready, the our guru enters in our life to take us ahead in this on this journey in this journey. That's what it is all about. And we spoke about so many uh, mudras during this course. Then we spoke about all the auras, that our body has 5 auras, and they are also connected with the chakras. So they are known as Annamay Kosh, Pranmay Kosh, Manomay Kosh, Vigyanmay Kosh, Anandmay Kosh. So we speak about aura, that their aura is very good. What is that? When the chakras are well balanced, the aura automatically becomes well balanced, and it enlightens. It becomes divine. The person becomes more divine. They walk towards that divinity, and their aura speaks about everything. It's more brighter. It's more clearer. So we spoke about that also. We spoke about all the sense organ, how they are connected with it. So just to give you an idea, like fire, remember that fire we see fire. So fire or heat is controlled by our Manipur chakra. We taste water, tongue. So tongue, so eyes are controlled by Manipur chakra. Tongue, taste. Tongue is controlled by your uh, Chant chakra. That is the Gyanendriya, the sense organ. Then we feel air on our skin. The skin, or twacha, is controlled by our Anahat chakra, the sense, the feeling of sense, the feeling. Then we hear, we hear the sound, which is controlled by our Akash Tattva, the Vishuddhi chakra. Then the last one is uh, we smell earth, which is controlled the so the nose, our sense organ nose, is controlled by our Muladhara chakra. So sense organ nose is controlled by the Muladhara chakra. The taste, the tongue is controlled by our Swadhisthana chakra. Eyes are controlled by our Manipur chakra. Then the skin is controlled by our Anahat chakra, and ears are controlled by our Vishuddhi chakra. Then legs are controlled by our the Gyanendriya, sorry, the Karmendriyas. We have already spoken about all the Karmendriyas. So the anus is controlled by the Muladhara chakra. Urinary tract is controlled by our urinary tract because it deals with water. Water element is controlled by our Swadhisthana chakra. Then fire, the digestion. So the legs are controlled by our Manipur chakra. Then uh, then we have tongue, our mouth is controlled by our, sorry, fire is controlled by sorry, not the fire. Legs are controlled by our Manipur chakra, and mouth is controlled by our mouth is also controlled by our Manipur chakra because of the digestion. So these are the work organ. Everything in our body is are controlled by our chakras, or you can say everything in our body or in the universe are connected with the chakras. So this is the whole thing, and now it's time to do meditation, and I'll take your leave. But before that, if you have any question, you can ask me. I forgot about hands. Hands are controlled by our Vishuddhi chakra. So do we have any question? And Raviji also has taken the injection. I think he's in pain. There's some aches and pains, so he's also feeling little uncomfortable.
My sciatic nerve is pulled. That is causing more pain than the. Uh,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
that's, but it's nothing compared to your pain right now.
So okay, we all
uh,
have to go through it. So breathing exercise, no, I'm sorry. You should always keep your spine straight and in a vertical state. So we did spoke about, if you remember, the lower chakras, and I said that animals, they are not so fortunate like human beings. We are fortunate we can get enlightened because our spine is in a straight position, and whenever our energy, the potential energy awakens, it can move upward vertically. Whereas all the animals lie in the horizontal state, and all their Muladhara chakra and Sahasrara chakra are on the same line. So they are not that lucky enough to be in the same state. So they cannot get enlightened. That's why they say that human life is very rare. If you are human, you should work towards getting enlightened. So there are four purusharths in Hinduism. They are known as dharma, arth, kam, moksha. Dharma means looking after the, not religion. Dhar means looking after uh, the basic dharma, Sanatan Dharma it's called. That is being truthful, no stealing, no cruelty. That is the Sanatan Dharma, which has not changed since decades and decades. Then earth is earning money so that you can take care of you and your family. Then comes calm. Calm is uh, uh, taking care means increasing, taking care of your kul, bringing in more human beings in this life. Calm. You get married, you bring, you give birth to more kids to increase the population, which is important. Otherwise, imagine if no newborns are born, then what will happen? Even just like how many animals have got extinct, even humans will get extinct. We don't want that. So we want human population to increase. Then the last one is moksha. So these are the four purushart each and every human being should fulfill. We do all the three, but the last one we forget. That is moksha, which is known as enlightenment. We do everything else, but we don't work towards ourselves, the main aim of our life. We forget that, to be enlightened. So any kind of meditation takes you on this journey of being enlightened.
So should we do just deep breathing while lying down to get to sleep?
No, that's what I was saying. The we can't, we should not do that. For deep breathing or any kind of pranayam, it's important to sit and keep your back straight. You can take back support, but your back should remain straight. You can be in the lying down position only in yog nidra. For any kind of asana, pranayam, or meditation, we should be in a sitting position.
Thank you. Any more questions before we start meditation?
So I guess not,
As you
Ravi.
all know,
Then can
sorry.
I
Go ahead.
take a leave now?
So today is our last session with Preeti for this round. If anybody has any questions, please ask now, because starting next week, you all will be practicing at home, and then some point of time we will start another round of sessions. Thank you, Preeti,
Okay.
and
Thank all of you. It was a good
you
journey
take care.
of what, 9 months. Is that so,
Yeah, 9.5 months.
Raviji? Yeah, because we started in the month of May. So
Yes.
May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. Now this February, 10 months, Raviji. Almost 10 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was a good journey with all of you. I hope you have learned, you have understood. Any question, you can always, please don't hesitate. You can get in touch with me and you can ask whatever queries you have. I'm always around. Thanks a lot. It was beautiful. I learned a lot from you all also. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Preeti. We haven't started when the next session will start. A lot of people are asking about that. We will let you know in the group on the
Sure.
WhatsApp, uh, and we'll send more information. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank
Please take care, and God be with you. Yes.
you. Thank you.
Bye. I'm going to start meditation now. Is that okay?